downtime in between.
Yes, we are going to have some downtime now of some reasonable significance. Because Alexian Dusk is getting trained in how to speak neutral good. For example.
Everybody has downtime, but Alexian.
Yes. We have a very specific
vocabulary.
a very specific thing for him to consider.
That's harsh.
Yeah. And although I really look forward to him being with us for the result of that tonight, we're just going to say we're not seeing him yet.
He's training.
He's in the middle of that. Now let's go to what we're doing. The Temple of the Little Good God has undergone a big change. There has been this, there has been a big change in that little shed. It is now devoted to the memory of Loan and is set up as a special devotional place. And it is now a side building because the hope is to move into this building. And that means that a lot of repairs have to get done and a whole bunch of serial killer apparatus has to get, scrubbed out of there, and the whole place has to be blessed and blessed and blessed and blessed and blessed and blessed and blessed to, clear out the miasma of its history. So it's a lot of work, and there's good news because those two characters who you had a confrontation with, the laborers, the two that came in and were being very disrespectful, and then they got shot by the sprites. They went off and they thought about what they had done and have come back, and you now have technically what are called henchmen, which are devoted people who are devoted to you, and they will fight for you, they will travel with you, they will put in time to your benefit. They do cost money.
How much?
Let's see here. About henchmen and hirelings.
Oh yeah, now that it's become relevant, how does loyalty work in the game? Is it Dutch sec? Is it?
I will tell you. First, henchmen. Characters of first level of experience. So all of a sudden, these guys turn into first level characters. Then, once you have them, this is all about finding them. Not less than 100 gold pieces per level of the applicants. That would be 100 each. And then, I'm supposed to be making a percent chance, but I've decided to waive that in this case. And they don't have any equipment. They will technically be fighters, and they have no equipment. So when and if you want them to have armor or swords or something, then you're going to have to buy them when the time comes. Reasonable housing and promise free food and clothing as needed to this prospective henchman. So they want to move in. And they must state what activity they will be given, what duties and positions envisioned for him or her. And I definitely can think of one major thing, which is helping to fix up the new place, which also solves the where to live problem. Then there will also be a share. If they participate in activities that result in treasure, then you should give them some. And loyalty. So the charisma of the player character is very important. Unfortunately, you have crap charisma. And then it is what's called a morale check, and that is an ordinary roll. It's like what I rolled for the baboon in the middle of the fight. Like a henchman already has, however, a plus 5%. It has a whole bunch of modifiers. So we'll just look at the way you treat them and the fact that I should just let you know that henchmen benefit from being told what to do. That's apparently a very positive modifier. It's very firm and fair. They're sort of dependent people, right? They like to be told what to do. They want to be told what to do, based on by you. So, wow, it looks like somebody that would have been me crossed out. I must have read an article or something that said that was an error.
Okay.
And then special considerations. Tortured faithful henchman or hireling in front of a witness. So this guy knows about that. Minus 30% loyalty. That seems fair. Yeah. If you risked your life for that individual, it goes up. If you use spells to benefit them, for example, their loyalty goes up because they know spells are a limited resource. Okay, so you have them, and these guys' names, because they are named characters now. This one guy's name is Caleb, Kalum, and the other fellow is Teanos, Teonos. So you have these two pals. However, now you may want to think about some money. Now there's another issue too, because a fellow named Nilmivig has come to talk to Olver, who comprehends nothing of what this man is saying. Nilmivig is a person dressed with plenty of little symbols up and down his front on one side about which political party he represents. Secretary Malaria, Dame Malaria of the Golden Void, which is a political party, and it's the right one. There are 4, the others are wrong, and so he's glad that he got to you first so that you would be contacted by the right people. And all of the civic protections and all of the civil services and all those things are available to you here as a contributor to the good of the city in the form of contributions to the Golden Void. Especially, looking at this new building, which you're probably sweeping out as we speak. This new building. This is going to be the temple. Well, look at all this property that needs to be accounted for. So there's this discussion going on. Perhaps Robert is, your ears perk up as you hear Olver saying, yes, yeah, okay. Olver's getting, more puzzled at this fellow going on and on and on, listing all these different things. He's mentioning percentages. He's talking about special fee for starting up. There's a startup fee for all of this. There's registrations. There's all manner of things. He's pulling out scrolls and unrolling them and saying, this is where you would, put your commitment, to the Golden Void. We'll certainly put up a great big, on that wall on the outside, along the street, we'll put up the Golden Void symbol as an indicator of your commitment to, the good of the city. And Olver, as you can see, Olver is like 10 seconds away from saying yes, 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 and just complying.
I only do void.
And does point out that all these other temples around, see, that's yours, and now this white building here too, of course, we hope, after it gets de-evilified. We also have
and hopefully devoidified.
yeah. We have the Temple of Vernarva here around the corner. We have the House of Tranquility and Repose. We have the Church of Abak, and we also have the Center for Universal Beneficence right here. And so all of them, he says, all of them have complied. He didn't mention this one. By now, you're aware of that fence, all too aware of that fence that runs right down the same yard that you use all the time, and how it goes all the way around this building. You're aware that there is this opening out to the street, and that rarely, every week at most, a group of people will come and stand in line there for a long time. And then the gate will open briefly and they will go inside. And at least the last time you can recall, you remember seeing people come out, but it's not like you've been keeping count.
Mm-hmm.
You've learned a little bit about these other temples. Vernarva is a alignment neutral death god. And the big temples particularly hate that, because that means if you go in there, they have no claim to you at all. Who knows what these others are about? They will explain, but the explanations are tedious and unhelpful. Beneficence has a lot to do with getting rich, for example. I'm not sure anybody feels reassured by anything called the House of Tranquility and Repose. The only thing you know about all of them is that, like yours, they are neutral. They are not about law, and they are not about chaos. Either good or evil, or the only thing, neutral is kind of like nature. So this, Renarva, would be true neutral. But the others, it would be unlikely. It's pretty hard for humans to be true neutral. So, so that's your neighborhood. Are you going to do anything about this situation?
Where do you want to start?
That's what I want to know. Let me just go find that morale check business.
This is too much information at once.
Go ahead, Milo, I'm listening. It's from morale scores in the fight. Maybe it's somewhere else. Keep going. Or rather, tell me. I'm very interested.
Just start a fight. It always helps.
Get rid of that person.
Yeah.
The white person, maybe. Unless you guys want to have a protector. Not that I would be there.
That's funny. I could have sworn there was a reaction check.
So,
go ahead.
Obviously, I can't let Oliver buy into this without at least knowing more about them. So Mm. I would walk up to them and I say, "Hey, I overheard you, and I heard you. The money from our temple will go to the good of the city. Mind we know what this money will go to specifically?"
He answers in a variety of general statements, unfortunately. So it becomes quite clear that very responsible people will account for it in ways that the annual statement of the party, all concerned citizens get a look at the accounting. We just had that meeting last month, so it would be in the next annual meeting. So, yeah, that's not. Look, there's a whole section on duties, excises, fees, tariffs, taxes, tithes, and tolls.
Of course.
So yes, you're getting hit with these.
Yeah, of course.
Of course it is.
I guess that's also the reason why henchmen are so expensive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe.
Taxes and social security.
Right. So we have a reaction roll, and you have a reaction plus. Oh wait, no, you don't. Your charisma is 12, correct?
My charisma is 8.
8. Okay. Right. Yeah. The two of you are half orcs, and half orc characters are best described as unappealing humans. So you don't look monstrous. You just look kind of unpleasant or unappealing. Yeah. The best word in slang English is skeevy. So if we go to charisma, let me do a quick check. With 8. Yeah. Oh, you're lucky. Yeah, your loyalty base for your henchman is -5% already. Oh wait, you have a charisma of 9. Yeah, you have no adjustment. You are just at the bottom of that. But the reaction adjustment for 8 is the lowest you can have for a normal reaction. So you are right at the bottom end of being, distinctly untrustworthy or not respect. The person would lose respect for you. So think of your characters as being kind of homely and obviously a tough pair of really tough bastards, but you look kind of thuggish. I think is the best way to describe both of you, and not in a handsome pro wrestler way.